Sorry about the background noise to start this video off, but yeah, I'm outside walking my dog, so don't worry, I'm on a quiet street, so I'll get out of this eventually. But anyways, I was obviously going to come on video to talk about Brock Lesnar, who has broken the quote-unquote sports world. I say sports because it's getting covered by like sports media, obviously, but obviously he did not retire from a sport yesterday. He retired from sports entertainment. So anyways, as I was saying, obviously I was going to be, well, maybe not the first, but I guess the most maybe anticipated, not really, but person to make this video, only because obviously, if you guys don't know, I mean, honestly, if you're subscribed and don't know this, I don't know, whatever, but yeah, Brock Lesnar is obviously my favorite wrestler of all time. He used to literally be in the avatar of this channel. I mean, I guess if you subscribe to music or sports, you may not know that, but yeah, this used to be a full-blown wrestling channel one time ago, and then in 2023 I stopped making those kind of videos. But anyways, as I was saying, so obviously last night could have been the last time we've seen Brock in wrestling attire. He put his gloves and his boots on the mat and kissed the mat, waved the crowd goodbye, and that was it. Now, sorry about that. We don't know for sure if it's his last appearance or not. Well, as far as in ring goes, because I'm sure maybe he'll be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Depends if he wants to pick up the phone post-retirement. But yeah, so he made it obvious, at least to the crowd, that he was done. But again, we don't know for sure yet, because I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Paul Heyman, I think, had a favor for Gunther, which I can only presume was Brock Lesnar, obviously, right? Because Gunther, Kurt Killer, ended Cena's, AJ's, and Goldberg's career. So obviously Brock was next on the chopping block. But apparently there has been a few legends to decline the Gunther retirement match, which I guess is mandatory. If you're a legend there now, you're going to be asked at least once if Gunther can end your career. Obviously, Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio appeared to have declined that, as Jericho went back to AEW when he was a free agent and expected to go back to WWE, which he still will, but just got to give it time. When he's retired, he'll probably go in just so he can get a Hall of Fame spot, maybe a managerial or creative role. I would not like to hear him on commentary, that's for sure. But getting off topic. And Ray, I assume, would want his young son to retire him. So obviously it's very possible that he just declined on the match for Gunther to retire him and just wanted Oba Femi to do it, because it was reported that Oba was handpicked by Brock for Mania, which, if you saw those 4 segments between those two, there was literally never a time, maybe outside of the contract signing, where Brock stood tall. So people were thinking that he was going to win at Mania. I always had in the back of my head that he was losing, because Brock's not the type of guy who like cares about protecting his character, especially at this point in his career. Like, I mean, what's he really going to prove? I mean, he's literally accomplished more than like any other wrestler ever, maybe outside of Kurt Angle and The Rock, in terms of outside ventures for wrestling. But like, yeah, so I think there's still a possibility that they do SummerSlam, because it is, after all, in his build hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. But I also think there's just a strong possibility that the reports are true and he just called an audible and said, fuck this, I'm out. You know, I put the guy I wanted to over. There's not going to be many other people I can give this treatment to, obviously, because he's put so many other people over at this point. Whether you look at Cody or Roman Reigns or fuck, I don't even remember some of them. Obafemi, obviously. Whatever. Seth Rollins. But anyways, so yeah, it appears like he could be, or could have called an audible. I'm like probably on the fence right now. I'm like 70% he actually like called an audible, and like 30% this is just a storyline for SummerSlam, because I could totally see either one. But obviously I'm gonna lean with the option of Brock being Brock and just doing what the fuck he wants. Now to get to the appreciation part of this video, obviously Brock was as a wrestler and as an athlete very inspirational to not only me, but I'm sure many other people, including his kids probably. But sorry about the video cutting out. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, he's probably a huge inspiration for a lot of people. So obviously it's sad to see him go, if it is truly it. I'd say a big reason, or maybe even the sole reason, that I kept watching from like 2014 and on was because of him. Even when he took his big hiatuses, especially the recent one after from 24 to mid 25. Yeah, I always watched with the hope that he would come back. And there's many times where he actually said, or not many, but there's been times where he has obviously said that he was done. Most notably, the one he brought up a few years ago, 36, which obviously was the pandemic year. So he just felt fitting that he started his career off in front of no people and would end it off in front of no people. I am very obviously happy that that was not even close to his final appearance, because obviously we got a great run the year after. And I'm obviously not going to buy into the revisionist history that any of this was forced. You know, obviously I'm not going to buy into the narratives that any of this was forced. Sorry about that, my camera cut. Well, I actually cut it this time because there's a lawnmower, and I didn't want that to get on video because it's annoying as shit. But anyways, as I was saying, obviously I'm not going to buy any of the bullshit that, you know, he was forced, because obviously he was not, like, to me, he deserved pretty much everything that WWE gave him. Because the thing is like, most of these guys, at the end of the day, like, look at like Bret Hart, right? For example, legend, but still, like, they go crazy about it, and they'll put their career one, and it'll be like the most important thing to them. And, you know, I guess fair, because it's your work. But, you know, Brock, like, still obviously cared about the future of the company when he put over like pretty much everyone that they told him to put over, that they wanted to be the guy of the year. You know, in 2018 it was Roman, 2020 it was Drew, 2020 or 2019, whatever it was Seth. Obviously 2022 again it was Roman, and then Oba just now. And I'm gonna get to that too. Obviously, Obafemi was the one who, at least for now, has the claim of being the final opponent. But you know, I didn't really go crazy over this decision. I don't love it. I don't really hate it either. To me, it's more just like how they handled it. It was like 5 minutes it's like, I guess they didn't know that he was, or might have, called an audible. But if they did, obviously the match should have been like 10 minutes longer. I don't want to hear this stupid bullshit that he's better in squash matches or he's better in this. Like, at the end of the day, like, people are there to see him, right? Like, so, I don't know. I feel like you should at least have given him, like, minimum, like, 10 to 12 minutes. But they only gave him 5, so whatever. Can't get mad over it. It's not the end of the world, but I don't even know, man. It's kind of rough at this point. If he is done, which if he's not now, he will be in like 3 months. But if he is actually done, like I said, I don't know where my viewership goes. Obviously, I tune back in like every like Mania season around the Royal Rumble. But I don't know. Obviously, there's still guys I like, but I mean, Brock was a different tier, man. And like, even my second GOAT is retired, so it's like everybody I grew up watching is just gone. You know, even now I'm kind of in the same boat as like you know, Cena fans when he retired. Now, I mean, I guess not as bad. I mean, Brock got squashed, Cena tapped out, so I guess there's that. But yeah, I guess I'm in the same boat in the aspect where you know, the biggest reason why you kept tuning in is just gone in the blink of the eye. You know, it can some people will make tours out of it, and I guess some people will just end it there. And there's about a 70% chance, like I said earlier, that Brock just ended there. Obviously, we're not going to know for sure until tonight on Raw, but I do want to just say that obviously I appreciate you know, to me, like, getting spoiled with all this great talent. Obviously, I don't think the crop today is as strong, but again, there's still guys who you have faith in, like Obafemi, Trick, Javon Evans, whoever. But to me, it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. It's not for me anymore, but I still appreciate Brock, and obviously the main reason for that being how much he was of an inspiration to me. I know that's basically what gets people to you know, to make their favorites are typically their inspirations, right? In many aspects, it depends how much you actually watch too. But I mean, to me, if you watch it all, you've been full-time at some point. But full-time viewer, that is. But I don't know, man. It's definitely disappointing, if true. But and you know, I can't even be like entirely mad, because at the end of the day, it was like, what, a 24-year career with 10 world titles, 2 Royal Rumbles, like 5 Mania main events around there. And yeah, we got a lot of classics. We got stinkers too, and not all of them were his fault, obviously. Some of them maybe were. And you know, I don't think, like I said from earlier, that anything was forced on us. I think that really the streak ending and the 10 world titles in the main events, it was all earned. Like, honestly, like, who was even in a bigger position at that point than Brock, right? So obviously, if this is it, it's upsetting. You know, there's been a video that I've obviously wanted to avoid for a long time, but I knew that one day it was going to be made, and today's the day. Obviously, if he does end up doing the one more match at SummerSlam, then I don't know, honestly, I wouldn't really be able to add anything extra unless, like, they made him go in a stupid way, but whatever. With that being said, obviously, thank you, Brock, and